でもラグビーとかあったで。舐めてんな。お前そんなんやったらバレーボール叩いてるだけやん。確かに。確実に上がる前提やもんな、ゲームなんか。ユニフォーム。こいつらユニフォーム。お、羨ましい。よし、やりましょう。VS UCLA。何ボールにしようかね。ラスベガスボールで行こう。夜中。あれ ?PM って夜やんな。ゲームのどうやって落とすね。ゲームの後マジうるさいわ。
Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
全部英語やから全くわからへん。オプションズ、アクセシビリティ、コントロール、セレクト、セッティング、オーディオセッティング、アンビエンスボリューム、どういうこと？ミュージックボリューム。ミュージックボリュームは下げて、ブロードキャストミュージック、全部60でいいか。今年は馬年です。ミュージック落としたらいいだけか。うまいね。ってことは来年がイノシシ。さあ、始まりますね。キックオフです。UCLA のキックしたボールをテキサス大学。レシーブ。来た！抜ける！お前、ブロックさせすぎよ！で、やっぱり、音まだうるさいわ。どれ？スタジアムミュージックボリューム。スタジアムスピーカー。これか。SFX。UI ナレーションボリューム。スタジアムスピーカーズ。オンザフィールド、メニューミュージック。これでいいか。さあ、始まりました。オフェンス。一発目はね、リードオプションですわ。うわー、通らんな、これ。抜ける。 いいですね。マンツーマン。うわー、お前。
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Line getting set on second down.
通らなそう。投げろ。何してんねん。全然ダメですわ。
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
めっちゃマンツーマン。良すぎる。困った時はこれ。もっちょリベンジ。で、どうも何してるの？二人とも何してるの？おらんくなったと思って、お前。リスク確認したいんけ。戻り完璧やな、こいつら。みんなの空きを狙いに変わっていったよ、どんどん。向きかな。素晴らしい。素晴らしい選択。
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pick.
いや、無理。さあ、まず1本目。
Team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Nice kick.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets.
これ狙い時やない、一発目から。
So UCLA's offense has the ball for the first time, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation.
みたいな、こいつがめっちゃうまかった。
When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual match.
めっちゃいいやん。
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleyama. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection.
マジか。
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a... And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The coaches talked about gotta get to the quarterback, gotta ruffle his feathers a little bit. How about this first drive, man? They've already sacked him twice. This will pay dividends throughout a football game.
Screen this.
Back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16.
おやすみ。
Looking to throw and he needs a bunch.
新年初お休みやね。
He is effective and they tackle him at the 19. What
ほな、明日から仕事頑張って。はい。ほな、お疲れ。翔太いつから仕事。翔太は翔太翔太おらん。お前どこ走っとんねん。
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
To the air, it's Manning. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play. Instead, they're looking at a third down. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll keep it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start to... And here's a fumble way behind the line.
こいつ91番取れたやろ。
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Using the quick game. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. From midfield, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmaker.
It's in his stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
It's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. To the air is Iamaleava. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Got it near midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Rides the back and leaves it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Flips it out on the screen. Inside the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
The Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quarterback on the keeper. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback
going for it all. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. And that is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying it.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect it.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got it near midfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Yeah.
They didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gets it to him on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? They'll go to the counter play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's got the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. It's on target and complete. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Flores. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up.
There he goes. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Bruins are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. He won't get there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll field the punt and look for room. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Manning. The screen, and watch out. Across the 45. Oh, a lot of space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply...
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll start this drive firing. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it.
Oi.
He goes out of bounds, stopped short, and the gamble on the fake does not pay off. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Hauls it in.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield, and those situations when you can take advantage of it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. Hand off from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's...
Whoa.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Got his man out of the backfield. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the big throw. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing. Jimmy's and Joe's, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that tonight.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Beck's going for the goal line. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offense.
There he goes! At the 30. Inside. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Going over the top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Lining up to convert third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes the option. The pitch. There he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to...
Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring, here's where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences, complete with unique rules and protected rivals.
ブレッジ作りたい。クリエイトディフェンス4-2-5いや違うよ。あれ既存からしかあかんってことか。